What up, people? Marjack79 here, and today we are having a little bit more discussion on Dragon Ball Super. To be more specific, we are going to have a Broly versus Jiren discussion. That's right, I really didn't go too much into, Broly's strength level yesterday on my review because I definitely wanted to talk about that today. So I've been seeing a whole lot of versus matches in the fandom to talk about, like, who's stronger, Broly or Jiren, and I wanted to go through some key points to why I think which specific character is stronger than the other. So I think let's start out. Let's play devil's advocate. And let's say that Jiren is stronger than Broly first. First, I think the most basic one is that for a time, he was able to match a fully mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Now, if I was going to say who was more powerful between SS Blue Gogeta versus Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, that is a good battle within itself. But if I just had to go through, like, overall strength level and the power of the fusion dance and the multipliers that it brings, and just the overall, the power levels of both Goku and Vegeta combined, plus the multipliers, there's no doubt in my mind that the fusion of SS Blue, Kaioken times 20 Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta's fusion is definitely more powerful than Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, without a doubt. Because even before I think it's probably easier to go ahead and state that before we even get into the Broly versus Jiren debate, because I've been seeing a whole lot of people saying that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is stronger than Gogeta, and like, no, man, you're severely underestimating how powerful the fusion dance is. And the Potaro fusion too. Like, those, like, it's not just a double, you're not just combining the powers of each individual fighter. It's that plus a multiplier stacked onto that the fusion dance multiplier brings. It's at least, 10 times, the power of the two combined fighters. So, and then if you add, like, Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan Blue onto that, I mean, it's just not even a competition. Because if you go back to the movie and you look at the fight between Super SS Blue, he was kind of mopping the floor with Broly just in his base state. And then as soon as he went Super Saiyan, Broly was still at least able to defend himself, but as soon as he went SS Blue, you kind of saw how one-sided the battle was. It's like every blow, like, the only thing that was keeping Broly going at that point was just the berserker mind frame to keep him in the fight. So, and then I'm pretty confident that, Gogeta could have finished that fight at whichever point he would have decided. And the only thing that Broly didn't get obliterated was because of the power of the Dragon Balls. So, okay, now with all that being said, let's take it back to Jiren versus Broly. So the only reason that I would say that Broly, or the Jiren, would even have a chance against Broly is that the fact that he was able to match, the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And that's just with having the highlighted battle sense and just the experience to be able to match Broly's, his strength and power level. But if we're just going based off of power alone, I think it's pretty obvious after watching this movie that he's not anywhere near, Broly's strength level. So let's compare. So we saw as a Super Saiyan God Vegeta against base Broly. So obviously, base Broly versus SS God Vegeta, it was no contest at all. There was no contest. But when Broly went, and then when we do the SS God Goku versus Jiren, you remember that it only took one finger. Goku punched at Jiren as a Super Saiyan God, and he blocked that punch with one finger. Yeah. See? Then after Broly reached that form of him having the power of the great ape. Now keep in mind, he's not exactly Super Saiyan just yet. He is not Super Saiyan. This is just him harnessing the power of the great ape. After he got that power, clearly Super Saiyan God was no match for him either. So, because he was about to mop the floor with Vegeta, but Goku stepped in. And he was getting the floor mop with him as in his base form. Then it was Super Saiyan, that didn't work. And then finally he went Super Saiyan God. Now remember, this is the Super Saiyan God with the red hair. He did his Kamehameha entrapment move, and he was able to keep him entrapped for quite some time. And then Broly reached into another well of power and was able to break free of that, and he obliterated Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, it wasn't until Goku finally went Super Saiyan Blue that he was at least able to match the Berserker, Great Ape form Broly in his humanoid form. But then we take it back to Jiren. So even when Goku went SS Blue Kaioken times 20, Jiren still mopped the floor with Goku. It wasn't even, you remember, it wasn't even a contest. It wasn't even a contest. But no, at least when Broly was in his Grade A form, Goku was at least able to match him blow for blow. But when Paragus got killed and Broly went Super Saiyan, that's when it really again started to turn the tide in the battle, and Goku pretty much lost his edge again. Now, it wasn't completely one-sided like the Jiren versus Goku Blue battle, but like Goku was at least able to defend himself. But still, even with that, I feel like even with all that being said, you still pretty hard to tell like which one of them is stronger. So so let's take it back to when he unlocked his Ultra Instinct form. So when he reached Ultra Instinct, he was able to really attack Jiren effectively, but Jiren was still able to match him blow for blow. He still wasn't powerful, to really do any significant damage. So Goku really he didn't reach mastered Ultra Instinct or Ultra Instinct or anything in this movie. He kept his blue form. It was when Vegeta helped him. It started to help him is when they kind of started to gain the the advantage on the Super Saiyan Broly. But keep in mind, he has not reached his legendary Super Saiyan form yet. But when Super Saiyan Blue Goku was able to recover, and then he teamed up with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, even with their combined might, still wasn't enough to really phase Jiren at all. So two Super Saiyan Blues against and keep in mind, I'm confident that the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, they were at about the same power level against Broly as they were against Jiren. So against Super Saiyan Broly, they were pretty much able to hold their own against Broly, and then against Jiren, I feel like they kind of were able to sneak in a couple of shots, but it was nothing really enough to get him worried. Now that takes us to our conclusion. So once Goku hit his mastered Ultra Instinct form, Jiren was able to compete with him for a time. But once Jiren attacked the Universe 7 platform and Goku reached deep into his Saiyan rage and anger, he wasn't a match for him. And the only reason that fight ended, as we all know, is that Goku reached the limit on his mastered Ultra Instinct form. So then that takes us back to the Super Saiyan Broly versus Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue. So in the conclusion of that fight, when Goku and Vegeta sent that blast at him, it still was unable to really do that much of an impact. But in doing that, that was what caused Broly to finally reach his legendary Super Saiyan status. And once he reached that, they were no match for him. So they had to go and do the fusion technique to finally reach the Gogeta form. And then, even within his base form, Gogeta was able to match the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, like blow for blow. And then when he went Super Saiyan, he kind of was able to overtake him a bit, but finally it wasn't until he finally went Super Saiyan Blue that he was able to just completely overpower and outmatch him. Now, I want y'all to take a second and understand, I know I explained it at the beginning of the video, but the multiplier that the fusion brings, so it doesn't just combine the two fighters' power. It adds a multiplier on top of the two fighters itself. So you have the power of a Goku at a Master Super Saiyan Blue plus Kaioken times 20, and then you have the full power of a Super Saiyan Evolution or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So you combine that and then add that multiplier, and that alone was what it took to defeat a legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So if we're comparing, apples and oranges like that, I think that the power that it was needed to completely overpower Broly, that power would not have been, that much power would not have been needed to, best Jiren. Because I definitely say that Gogeta Blue is nowhere near the level that Master Ultra Instinct Goku is. As in, Master Ultra Instinct Goku is a lot weaker. He's nowhere near that power level, not yet. This is not, man, because the fusions in Dragon Ball are some of the most absurd, levels of power that we've ever seen. Yeah, now I'll even go as far as to say, Gogeta level Blue is just, it would even outclass Beerus. I think it would. You even got that tidbit at the end of the movie where Goku was like, I'm pretty sure when he was talking to Broly, he was like, pretty sure you're stronger than Beerus. I mean, that's all it is to it. So I mean, if they ever, if Beerus ever went rogue or something, the only thing they would have to do would just be perform the fusion technique, and they would be able to take him down. But honestly, I thought Goku surpassed Beerus when he hit Mastered Ultra Instinct. I mean, that's all there is to it, man. I mean, the facts are pretty much laid out in the show. Yeah, but I mean, that's just one man's opinion, though. How do you feel about it? And so I'll lay out the facts one more time here. Definitely, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is outclassed as Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Now, maybe Super Saiyan Gogeta had mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, maybe on the same wavelength there, but once he goes blue, man, it's not a competition of power. Then that leads me to further believe that the legendary Super Saiyan Broly would beat Jiren in a battle, not based off of skill or not based off experience, but just raw, this untapped power and potential. It's Broly all the way. Even Toriyama stated himself, nobody is stronger than Broly. He's called the legendary Super Saiyan for a reason. He's gonna be written that way to fit the plot point of other characters just not being stronger than him. It wouldn't make sense. That's all there is to it. Now, like I mentioned in my review, I personally think that the entire next arc is going to focus in on him and whoever this goat looking character is. I don't know his name yet, but I think it's going to be centered around them. So definitely excited to see where that takes us. So, how did you feel about my opinion? Did you agree with it? Did you not agree with it? Are you just on the fence about it? How do you think I'm dumb? Do you think I'm smart when it comes to Dragon Ball? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's argue. I like arguing about Dragon Ball Z. That makes my day more fun. Let's do it. Alright, man, so as always, if you would be so kind to hit that subscribe button, you can follow me at youtube.com/markjack79. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, then we can talk more Dragon Ball, but you have to let me know that you liked it, and then we can keep on talking about more Dragon Ball, because that's how you let me know that you enjoyed the video. So, alright, man, so as always, I will catch you guys on the next video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.